Money day, guys and girls. I hope you're blessed. Welcome to another episode of Sunday Setups. I'm your host, Cavell. I do go by the name of LitCapvel, and I hope you guys are having a blessed weekend. So far, so good. The weather's been nice over the past month, and of course, we are approaching the end of the month. And hopefully, in UK, we can, cross our fingers, cross our toes that this good weather can continue. Now, with that being said, if you guys haven't already, be sure to check out the website, litcapital.co.uk or litcapitalacademy.com if you're outside of the UK. We have some amazing packages available for beginners, for experienced traders, and for people who are just genuinely interested in learning how to start investing. Now, with that being said, of course, we do also have a free signals channel. Yes, that's right. I said it. We have a free signals channel. All you need to do, okay, is head over to the website, click on the follow our live trades button. It will take you straight over to our free Discord. It's free of charge, guys. You've got nothing to lose. So if you guys are looking to learn, invest, or trade, head over to the website and of course reach out to us, explore the pages. For any of you guys who are interested in football, if you live in London, then of course we also do have a football team, which we have a YouTube channel as well. And next season, the boys will be back and they will be better and they will be winners. So guys, if you're interested in any of the services, be sure to head over to the website, reach out to someone, leave a message, and of course, someone from the team will get back to you guys, and we look forward to seeing you guys soon. So enough of the intro. What I will say, of course, guys, is be sure to smash the like button and the notification bell so that you guys can get updated for when we next release some videos. We are going to start doing some live streams on the YouTube channel as well, so look out for that, guys, okay? But coming up for the next week, we do have quite a big week from an economical standpoint because we've got the interest rate for the Fed on Wednesday, and the Fed actually, with the last interest rate, they increased their interest rate, right? They done a rate hike. Now it's to be expected that they could raise the rates again by another 50 basis points to 100 basis points. The chances of it being raised to 100 basis points, which would be 1%, is probably unlikely. There's a small chance, but it has been something that's been mentioned in the past. So we probably could see maybe the rate being raised by maybe 50 to 70 basis points. So we'll see what happens. But of course, the outlook on how the Federal Reserve are going to tackle inflation is going to be something very important. So Wednesday is definitely a day where we can see some volatility in the markets. And of course, on Thursday, we can probably see the backlash or the aftermath, you could say, of course, what's happened on Wednesday. I won't be surprised, if I'm honest with you, if the markets are really slow leading up to Wednesday. But of course, we will be on the charts as usual and showing you guys what we are expecting to happen, or at least trying to catch some moves whilst we're on the live streams. Moving into Thursday, we've got GDP for the dollar, and you can see that there's, of course, jobless claims, but actually towards the latter end of the week is where the stocks are going to take more. They're going to take more precedence, especially for all my indices traders out there. So this week we've got Apple, we've got Amazon, and we've got Facebook releasing their earning reports. I do believe we may have Twitter as well. I'm not entirely sure. I could be wrong, but I definitely know we do have Apple. We've got Apple, Amazon, and the last one I mentioned was Facebook. Okay, we've got these reports being released on Thursday. Facebook and Amazon's reports will be released Thursday after the market has closed, so that won't really take an effect until Friday. And of course, with the stock market at the moment, which is what we're going to go into shortly, we can also understand that the markets right now have been taking a battering, and maybe, just maybe, we may now be seeing a pullback. Now, that pullback, of course, will be supported if we do get some positive news. If you can see here on the right-hand side, we are in a sea of red, okay? A sea of red for the indices. If we check over the last week, we can see here the biggest gainers and the biggest losers, and we can see the biggest decline over the last week was the NASDAQ. Behind the NASDAQ, we also had the US 500, and of course, behind that, we had that 30-30 US 30 Wall Street. Okay, so we can see that the markets are down. But what we also want to be focusing on, of course, is some currencies as well. So I'm going to start off by showing you guys AUDUSD. And interestingly, what I want to bring to you guys' attention is actually this analysis that I marked out a few months ago. I actually marked, well, I say a few months ago, I marked this out back in 2020 or 2019. This was marked out before COVID. Okay. And what I saw was that price could potentially push down to this area and actually spring from here and push up and, you know, go up to take the high, which is the reason why I've got this this arrow pointing upwards. Now, because I was really focusing, and, you know, over the last 2 years, I've been focusing so much on the indices, I kind of neglected AU, if I'm honest with you. But, you know, just going back over the charts now, looking at it on a higher time frame, I can actually see that we have got the reaction that we suspected. We did get the imbalance filled down here. We got a play off of this quarterly candle, this quarterly lit block, and price has pushed up. The only difference is when price has pushed up, we haven't surpassed this high. So because we haven't taken out the high, of course, we have to be patient, and we pretty much do have to wait for price to take out the high in order for us to get a pullback to think about going long. Without that happening, it's a possibility that price could actually push back down lower. So if we go on to the monthly time frame, what we're also seeing here, if I go into the line graph just to make it a bit easier for you guys, we can see that we have had some highs taken out, but then this higher lows also been taken out as well. So actually, when we look at the smaller picture, what's going on over here, we're actually in a bearish structure. Okay. But when we look at the bigger picture, of course, we are technically still bullish. So it is going to be very interesting to see how the week pans out. Me personally, if I just remove this line, me personally, I'm actually looking to see if we can get price pushed down and play out of this weekly candle down here. Now, if we can get price come down and play out of this weekly candle, I would favor seeing a reaction, because, you know, it's going to be around the 70, the 79%, you know, the G spot area. And we did get a perfect reaction here. We got such a good reaction from this 88% that I'm really not looking to see price coming back down anywhere near the 88%. So I would like to see price push up, but of course, I'm understanding that with the indices taking a battering, the Aussie is the most correlated stock currency. So if the stock market is underperforming, it's, you know, usually going to bring down the Australian dollar as well. So I would like to see a rebound of, like I said, we've got Amazon, Microsoft, we've got Amazon, Facebook, we've got Amazon and Facebook's reports on Thursday, and Apple's reports also. So that can also be a strong factor as to why we can see the markets rebound. But with that being said, right now I am looking at seeing if we can get a continuation lower. So this is how we've closed for the weekly. I would like to see price actually push down from here. I wouldn't be surprised if we open up, we push down, play into this candle to fill the imbalance, and then we actually push up into this candle here. I would like to see a higher price reached, because the higher price reaches, then the easier it's going to be for us to actually take a short. Now, with that being said, I actually did have this candle here, this daily candle, which I did want to see a reaction from. But to be honest with you, the markets were so slow last week that I kind of just switched off when it got to about 4 o'clock. I just thought, you know what, let's enjoy the weekend and let's get out the house and, you know, let's go into the city and meet up with the boys. So yeah. The members of LitCap, we all met up and, you know, enjoyed the evening. And, you know, now when I'm looking at the charts, I'm actually seeing that price played into the candle and has actually now come down from there. But nonetheless, it was Friday. The moves is really done for the week. It's really about trying to attack the markets when they're fresh, not when they're about to close. So we can see that we have had a reaction from this daily candle a couple of times. And to be honest with you, the price action does look like we are accumulating to push up higher. So we do have to take, we have to pay attention to the fact that there is liquidity inside of this area here. I do think price will push up, as we have seen with this candle. It was a liquidity grab, but let's see what happens when the daily candle opens. Let's see what happens by a close of Monday. As you guys know, we don't really trade on Monday. So let's see what happens on Monday. Price action is going to be an important factor here to understand what direction we can see this going in, because I would like prices to push up higher so that we can get a short from above. So just to be clear, guys, I'm actually looking at taking a short from this candle. Okay, if we can take a short from this candle, this would be great. But depending on how price action opens up here, if we don't get a reaction in time, depending on how price opens up on Sunday, if we don't see price pushing above this area by the end of Monday, then I will contemplate looking at a short around this area, because like I said, this daily candle here is, you know, significant, especially on the 8-hour. It looks a bit more cleaner. This 8-hour shows a lit block that clearly price does not want to go above. So let's just see, does it create another? It's created a nice equal high at the moment, so I'm really waiting for this to be taken out. And I think this week we might get a buyback on the Aussie, which would support the indices as well. So going over to GBPUSD, it's also the same thing. We are near the all-time low, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, we are incredibly close. We are so close to the all-time low that it would be criminal not to even make a new low. I'm not going to lie to you. We're 3% away from an all-time low. Of course, the new quarterly candle has opened, and it does blatantly look like we are going to get some bullish action, and price is going to push up and, you know, fill some of this imbalance. But you can't ignore the fact that when we came down here for the all-time low, we then pushed back up, failed to make a new high, and we've now pushed back down lower. So, you know, the question you've really got to be asking yourselves is, are we on the way out? Is fiat currency on the way out? Are we looking at the last end stages of fiat currency? Can we really see the pound making a recovery back up to the heights of 170, 165? Drop a comment in the section below and let me know your thoughts. Do you really think we can see a recovery with the dollar, with the pound, excuse me? Because I'll be honest with you, I don't really know. I don't know. I don't know if we can see a recovery. Yeah, okay, cool. Boris Johnson's stepping down, and, you know, right now we don't have a successor, but we will have one. And when we do announce one, this will, of course, install some, you know, bullish strength back into the currency. However, you know, does that strength then merit you know, a 7,000-8,000 pip move, a 2,000 pip move, you know, back up to these highs here? I don't think so. You know, I don't think so. If we look at the move from here, this is a 2,500 pip move. I don't think that, you know, any new prime minister can shake the markets, can shake the pound up that much so that we get a 2,500 pip move and take out this high. But anything is possible, ladies and gentlemen. So this is just my opinion. At the end of the day, it's not financial advice. And I would like to be proven wrong. Okay, there's a nice equal high here. There's a lot of liquidity in this area. I would like to be proven wrong. Okay, so what I'm looking at here on the daily picture is very similar to AUDUSD, guys. Okay, it's the only difference is the price action here doesn't actually show you, doesn't support anything bullish. This, for me personally, I can't believe in anything bullish here on the daily, on the monthly, or on the weekly. All I can think about is a pullback back up into a candle where we can think about getting another short. That's the only thing I can think of. And if I would like to really catch a short from somewhere, then I'd like to think about taking a short from up here. Okay. I'd like to think about price. Where are we? Price pushing up, playing into this candle. Okay. Around the 79%, right? And then us getting another move back down. That's what I'd like to see, something like that, because I don't have no faith in the pound right now, guys. I really don't. So, you know, if we take out this high up here, I'll be surprised. And if we do, then of course I'll be looking for this area here, the 79%. But, you know, make no mistake, guys, if we can reach 123, this is in a kill zone area for us to take a short opportunity. So it's really about seeing how the markets open up. And we'll be sure to keep you guys informed and up to date as and when we can. Now, with the S&P, the S&Pizzle, you know, the Dizzle, we're actually quite surprised because, in fact, with the S&P, let me actually show you guys this chart here. That's the SPX. Let me show you this one here. Okay, so JP Morgan, okay, JP Morgan had a shout, and they said that they saw the NASDAQ, excuse me, not the NASDAQ. JP Morgan said that they saw the S&P. Okay, they can see analysts have forecasted 5,000 target before the end of the year, but they've also targeted 3,400. Okay, they did also target 3,800. Okay, at the start of the year, as we can see, we actually surpassed 3,800 and went down to 3,654. Now they've actually said a new forecast, and they've actually said 3,400. So I do think that we can get prices pushing down lower. I mean, I remember looking at the indices a couple of years ago, saying, wow, we're making so much headspace. Look at this. Just look. It's so bullish that, you know, price hasn't even pulled back into these areas here. We've never really had a sufficient pullback. We've never had a pullback that's, you know, made sense, given price the validation to continue pushing. We've never had one because it's just a manipulated market, right? But what goes up must come down. And all we've been seeing here, guys, is just bullish green candles, and green candles. So right now I am looking for a pullback, but I'm looking for a pullback so I can actually think about getting a short, getting into this and riding this baby down. So I would like to see if we can get prices pushing lower. I would like price to touch this candle. If price can around the 41.38, then of course price coming down and touching this lit block here on the monthly would of course merit a reaction. So what I'm actually looking for, guys, if I can show you, I'm looking for a reaction where price can come up, it can come down, it can come up, and then it comes back down. Hits the JP Morgan analyst forecast, and then we come down to the Biden bid. Now, Bosco, drop a comment in the section below if you see this, bro. Shout out to you. You know, we was a long way away from the Biden bid, and the Biden bid is simply Donald Trump said that if Joe Biden took the market, he said that 31.40 would be the price. Okay, the markets would crash if Joe Biden was to become president. That's what he said. Okay, and when Joe Biden became president, the markets just kept pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing. Now it was forecasted that if we hit this number, this would be not only considered a crash, but this would be the number that would actually mark Biden to actually get the election, because apparently Biden needed to push price down in order for him to get the seat. Now, we can see that wasn't the case, but we can also see that price is heading towards the Biden bid. Now, one thing Donald Trump did say is if Biden does jump in the hot seat, he's going to crash the market. And at the moment, all we can see since the start of the last 2 years from the pandemic was nothing but bullish action. And now we're really starting to see that price action coming back down and taking out all of these candles, all of these bullish large candles that's got so much imbalance in between them. Price is really coming back down now and potentially making a higher low. So we've got to be careful, okay? Because, you know, you're always told the trend is your friend. At Lit Capital, the trend is not your friend. Okay, we don't trade retail concepts. We don't look at this from a retail perspective. What we are looking at is we're looking at the fact that price is continuously making new highs. So what does price do when it comes down to this area? Is price going to continue pushing lower? Is it going to make a small pullback, or is price going to head back up and take out these highs and head towards the JP Morgan forecast of 5,000 on the S&P? It's going to be interesting, guys. And of course, we're going to be keeping you guys informed and up to date. Now, we are going to be providing you guys with 3 live streams throughout the week. Okay, the live streams are going to be for the New York session starting from 12:45, okay, UK time to 2:45 p.m. guys. Don't miss out on the live streams. They're going to be valuable. And of course, guys, we're going to be providing you with trades throughout our live trades channel. So be sure to head over to the free channel in the Discord. Now, I'm not going to go over US 30 because it's pretty much the same as the S&P, meaning if the S&P goes up, US 30 is going to come down. So I've expressed my thoughts, and I believe that's all the pairs that I've got on my watch list for today. Thank you guys for tuning in. Please, if you guys haven't already, please share this with a friend, or just simply like the video. It does improve our algorithms, and it also does help us reach other people. So we again want to thank you for your time, and always remember, guys, every day is money day. Peace.